welcome to Beautybay. I'm Lily, also nice Lily. Today I'll be sharing with you my Beautybay haul.
Yeah!
Only bought 3 products, which is the ABH foundation and the Jacket Aina eyeshadow palette with also ABH. And this is rather an old product, it's Sigma F80 face brush. In this video, I'll be doing the foundation wear test as well as the try on the palette and using this Sigma brush to apply the foundation. So, let's get started! Let's start with using this foundation from ABH. This is the Luminous foundation. I just checked from the Sephora Singapore website and these 2 items are not up yet. But they are now selling the big Novena 1 palette, so I guess these 2 items will be soon on the way. So I bought this from Beautybay, which is 52 Sing dollars, and I'm totally not familiar with their color code, so I just took a huge risk to guess my color. And this is in the color 200W. W stands for warm. And when I bought this, I watched a white lady reviewing this product and her color code is like 300W or is of a higher number. I'm not so sure about their color code, so surely I was thinking I am not as fair as the white lady because I'm really afraid that this is much lighter than my skin tone and I bought the wrong color. So it comes with the palm. I only use it once and it feels very cooling on my naked skin. And back then, I didn't apply anything on the face. The foundation is not as liquidy as the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. It's quite thick. But over here, it's stated in the box that it has medium coverage, it is vegan, it's cruelty-free, alcohol-free, clinically tested, dermatologist tested, ophthalmologist tested, non-comedogenic, is suitable for sensitive skin, is long wearing, and there is no flashback. And from the Beautybay website, this foundation is described as, like I mentioned just now, a medium coverage foundation. Unlock the secret to your best skin yet with the Luminous foundation. Available in 50 shades to suit any skin tone, this water-resistant formula blends seamlessly into skin for a natural luminous finish. The lightweight medium coverage can layer to hide any dark circles or imperfections whilst still feeling like skin. Perfection in a bottle. Sounds very good, yeah? So let me just apply this palm on both sides of the faces, and on my left side I will be wearing this foundation alone, and on the right side on my face I will be wearing this foundation with the Fenty Beauty powder and also the dewy spray from ABH. And on the both sides of my face, I will not apply any other face products like the concealer, the contour, the bronzer, the blusher and highlighter. I want to see as it is. So using my finger, okay, on the left side I will be applying 1 palm. And on my right side is another palm. Oops. And a little on the neck. Okay, zoom you this in. Okay, so I'll be using this Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush to blend out. So gently dab first, then blend out. I feel that it's a bit difficult to blend out with a brush. And this Sigma brush is not as firm as I thought it would be because I bought a few flat kabuki brush from AliExpress and it feels firm yet soft. But this one is not as firm as theirs. On the viewfinder, the foundation seems really very light on my skin. Oh no! this may be a wrong color after all. And that's the issue of buying foundation online, where you can't test and see the color. Just blended out the foundation, and I still think the color I chosen for this foundation is lighter than my skin. That's why I can see a tint of grey on my skin. Oh no! So hopefully it will oxidize. I like the finish on the skin. It's luminous and a little glowy, the kind of healthy glow. It covers my spots for about 50%. And I feel very moisturized, yet not sticky or tacky. But I can see it starts to crease around my laughing line, which is not their fault because I always have this issue with all the foundation. And by the way, I will write my skin condition over here on the screen so that you dears can understand my skin better and relate to it better. On the viewfinder, it really seems very glowy and very healthy, but the color is really off. So far, I like this finish because I always like skin-like finish. And for my open pores, it seems to blur out the open pores. It smooths out my pores and also even out my skin tone. Dark circles can still be seen, but it's alright because I didn't apply any concealer. And this doesn't claim to be a full coverage foundation. So far, so good. At the same time, on the right side of my face, I will apply the powder with this Fenty Beauty powder and also on the spray. And later on, I will come back to do a check-in. While waiting for the spray to dry up, I found that for this foundation, there is no smell. So I'm very happy about it. Alright, the weather forecast today is expected to be 26 degrees Celsius, which is expected to be a rainy and thunderstorm day, which is again a very cooling day. I don't know why each time when I tested out a foundation, it's usually a very cooling day, which is also good. Next will be this Jackie Aina ABH palette. I've been waiting for this palette because when it was launched in the US, I was actually hesitating whether to get this or not. Very similar to their existing palettes like the Novena, the purple one. Usually I will buy my ABH stuff over at Beautylicious, if not then from Beautybay, because back then in Singapore Sephora there isn't any ABH. So it was launched only this year in Sephora Singapore. So when this palette was launched, I quickly take a look at Beautylicious. But I don't know why Beautylicious is not delivering ABH to Singapore anymore. Probably because Sephora Singapore is now selling, I'm not sure. So I'm waiting for Beautybay. And this was launched in the first or second week of September. So I bought it, and this is the typical kind of color scheme that I like. And I watched Jen Love's review reviewing this palette. She was saying that almost half of the colors over here are made of carmine. So if you dears are into vegan products, then this is not for you. This is only cruelty free. So in the meantime, I will be applying eye makeup with this, and I will speed up the blending process. So let me just use ginger. Oh, the usual ABH formula, so pigmented and very easily blendable, so that I don't need waste time to blend and blend and blend. So anyways, as you dears know, Jackie Aina collaborated with ABH to produce this palette, and she is a woman of color, and she wants this palette to be usable by the women of colors. So the pigments is rich and the colors are deep and rich enough to show up on their skin tone. And next, I will apply this pink Supreme onto the transition. Oh, this matte pink is very beautiful. Next, I'll apply this Soleil with my finger over here and semi in the middle of the eyelid. Next, apply this Trust Issue in the inner corner of the eyes. This has an interesting flip. In the pen, it looks white, but on the eyes, it has a flip of gold. Next, I will apply this credit on the outer corner of the eye. Yes, I will be applying the fake lashes and eyeliner off screen, so see you in a while. Hi dears, I'm back and now waiting for the eyelash glue to dry, so proceed with the waterline. And I'm going to pick up this color Shockington and apply on the waterline. I pressed too hard. Can you see a dent here? As usual, their shimmers is very soft, so please be gentle with it. And using this pinker at the lower lash line. And that's all for the eye makeup. Okay, so far I'm enjoying this palette as well because you know the ABH quality. The shimmers are very soft and all their colors are very pigmented, including the matte. And all of them blends out very well. So actually whenever I use ABH palettes, I always save a lot of time blending. It's like when you just dab the color onto the eyelid, that's it, you need not blend so much. In Singapore Sephora, this kind of palettes like the Modern Renaissance and their earlier palettes are selling at about 72 or 75 Sing dollars. And especially for the Elisa Edward collaboration, it's selling at 80 Sing dollars in Sephora Singapore. But in Beautybay, for this Jackie Aina palette, is selling at 65 or 62, should be 65 Sing dollars, and all their other palettes are selling around 62 or 65 Sing dollars. So I think dears, if you are staying in Singapore and want to get a ABH palette, you may look up at Beautybay first because I think they are cheaper than Sephora Singapore. So dears, I'll be doing the first check-in for the foundation in a while, so see you later. Hello dears, I'm back for the first check-in. The time now is 6:19 p.m, almost 1.5 hours after I applied this foundation. So let me write the time first before I forget. I just recorded a joke video and applied this liquid lipstick from Silky Girl. This is Silky Girl New Lipsticks. This is the Gen Matte Lip Cream and this is the new color, number 9 Glam Rose. I always like to mix this kind of pink rose color with purple eyeshadow. And again, on my left, I'm applying the foundation alone. And on my right, I'm applying the foundation with the powder and also the spray. After almost 1.5 hours, my skin has already absorbed the foundation. Still looked light on my skin. And seriously, I think when I applied eyeshadow colors and also lipstick colors, and in my normal days, I will also apply blusher, highlighter and other face products. I think even though this color looks light on my skin, the other colors will kind of balance off the foundation color. So not as serious as I thought it would be, hopefully. And now after the skin absorbed the foundation, this side on my left without any other face products, it just looked like my skin. But on the viewfinder, it looks glowy. Yeah, this is the kind of finish that I really like. And this side here is with the powder and the spray. Of course, it's more powdery and it looks more makeup. Definitely looks heavier. But so far so good. And today the weather is quite cooling, so my nose tip here hasn't produced much oil yet. I'm loving the way it's looking now. No fading, not much creasing except for the laugh lines, which that is my skin condition. And still looks good. Alright dears, I'll be doing my second check-in later, so in this meantime I'll be cooking dinner. Yeah, that's where I will be a little hotter because I'm using fire to cook, not the electric induction cooker. I prefer fire to cook food. And also doing editing and maybe watching TV also. So, see you in a while! Hello dears, this is the second check-in and the time now is 11:44 p.m. So it's a 1 more minute to 7 hours. Okay, again, my left side is with the foundation alone, without any other face products. And on my right, I applied the foundation and the powder as well as the spray. So no other face makeup is here. Now looking at the mirror and also at the viewfinder, from the viewfinder, my face seems very bright. The mirror, the colors already turned to skin color. It looks more natural now. Okay, starting from the forehead, it's still matte. On the both sides, especially the one with the powder, is more matte. And my nose, especially this tip here, whether without the powder or with the powder, this is like a refill, very oily. And on the mouth area over here, because I was doing lip swatches just now and I was brushing my teeth and I was using oil to remove the lipsticks, so this part here is all gone. On the cheeks, definitely the one with the powder seems to be more perfect, still looks good and still long lasting, but over here, this small area here, tiny bit of oil. All the oils has melted the foundation, so there's no more foundation left. So this part here with the powder actually looks good. The one with powder, over here, you can see that it's more glowy or oily. Actually, it's more glowy than oily. It's like I'm applying those cream highlighter over here. It's actually getting more and more oily already. Overall, I like this kind of coverage. It's luminous and it's also buildable coverage. And yes, with textured skin like me, and also with middle seeds, you may want to consider this kind of sheer coverage or medium coverage with luminous or sheer finish. Because with this kind of foundation, it doesn't emphasize on the texture and the bumpiness that we have. It's more forgiving on the skin. But is this worth its price? Yes, for the performance. And no, because on hand I have this Essence Fresh and Fit liquid foundation, which has about the same finish and coverage. And also, I used to have this BH Natural Flawless Finish foundation, which I just decluttered that away because the smell has turned bad, but it is a very flawless, luminous, very glowy skin look. So these are the two alternatives you may like to look at it first before you buy from this ABH foundation. And that's all for the sharing today. Hope you find this sharing useful to you and help you to decide what color or whether you want to pick this up or not. And last but not least, here's an inner beauty tip for us to be more beautiful and more wise. What you do not wish for yourself, do not do to others. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please tell me to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you so much again. And you dears have a peaceful, blissful and joyful week ahead. See you next time. Bye! Bye Mr. Kwan! Again, Mr. Kwan is sleepy already. Bye!